Okay, once again, good afternoon class. Nakikita nyo na yung sa screen?
Yes,
Nakikita
ma'am.
na po.
Okay, so very good. Last time, naituro ko na sa inyo yung uh, standard form of quadratic equation. So, it is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so nagkaroon na rin tayo ng exercises tungkol dyan. And ang purpose ko lang naman dito is for you to know how to identify A, B, and C. Okay? So, kasi gagamitin din natin yan later on, especially in solving for quadratic equation. Now, ipapaliwanag ko muna sa inyo, no, dito sa module, as you can see, merong mga printed modules na module 1 to 6. It is actually bi-weekly, hindi siya compendium, ano. Pero, I'm using the compendium. It's because yung sa compendium, naka-align siya dito sa MELC. No, dito. Naka-align siya dito. And, so, yung discussion, yung i-discuss ko sa inyo, ang i-lecture ko sa inyo, is based dito sa compendium, based dito sa MELC. Natapos na tayo dito, yun yung inalam natin, yung sa standard form quadratic equation, and ano yung A, yung B, yung C, and so on and so forth. Ngayon, eto na tayo ngayon. We have to solve quadratic equations by, okay, so meron siyang 4 dito. Here are the methods of solving quadratic equations. So the first one is extracting the square roots, and then the second one is factoring and completing the square, and lastly using the quadratic formula. We're going to start first with extracting the square roots and factoring. Maaring ito ang makover ng lesson natin for today, and then siguro next week na tong dalawa, no? So pagka sinabi nating solving quadratic equations, it means that we are looking for the value of x, or we are looking for the roots. Kung marerecall ninyo, doon sa linear equations ninyo, on how to solve linear equations, for example, we have 2x plus 2x squared plus 4 is equal to 10. Okay? So, but may square siya. Linear nga pala. Okay. For example, sa linear, that means ang coefficient nito is 1, ano? So, sa linear equation, since ang kanyang exponent is 1, it means your x has one solution. Isang solution lang siya. Wala nang iba. So, we're going to solve it by first, ililipat natin to dito. So, we have 2x is equal to 10. Since plus 4 siya dito, magiging minus 4. 2x, therefore, is equal to 6. And since x lang hinahanap natin, we have to divide both sides by 2. By 2. Kasi nga, yun yung numerical coefficient ng x. Para 2 over 2 is equal to 1. So, x therefore is equal to 6 divided by 2, and that is 3. So, ito yung solution. Ito yung sinasabi nating solving linear equation. So, if you're going to substitute 3 here, instead of x, gawin nating 3 to, just to know if your solution is correct. So, 2 times 3 plus 4, is it equal to 10? So, 2 times 3 is 6, and plus 4, it is equal to 10. So, the solution that x is equal to 3 is correct. Now, pagdating sa quadratic equation, since nasa second degree equation siya, like yung x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, take note, naka-standard form to, Okay, we have two solutions actually. that is the maximum. We can have two solutions, one solution, or no solutions at all. So, paano yon? Iisa-isahin natin. Now, unahin muna natin yung extracting the square root. Kapag ka-extracting the square root, it means, kinukuha mo yung roots ng number. Okay, let's say for example, kuha ko na yung example na may perfect square, no? Para madaling makuha yung square root. Okay, so for example, we have x squared, yung pinakasimple na lang, is equal to 4. Okay? Yung first method na sinabing extracting the square root, you're going to extract the square root on both sides. Okay? The square root of any squared number, just like this one, the square root of x squared is equal to x itself. No? And it is equal to, here, any square root has a positive and negative value. No? So, ano ba ang number na pag minultiply mo sa sarili will give you 4?
2, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So, obviously, it's 2. Pwede mong ibahin ang representation ng 4. Pwede mong gawing 2 squared. Okay? Kasi 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And sabi ko nga, the square root of any squared number is equal to the number itself. So, ito yung mismong number. Ito mismo ang number na to. Okay? So, the square root of 2 square, therefore, is equal to 2. Okay? So, that is positive and negative 2. So, yung solution, therefore, nitong x squared is equal to 4 is positive 2 and negative 4. Okay, so tignan natin. Yung sa original solution, sa original equation niya, we have x squared is equal to 4. Okay, substitute natin to ngayon that x is equal to 2 and negative 2. Simulan muna natin sa 2. So, we have here, instead na x, gawin mong 2 yan, square mo siya, it is equal to 4. Or, negative 2. So, negative 2 square. Diba, kapag minultiply natin yung negative 2, negative 2 square means negative 2 times negative 2. Okay? Since you are multiplying like signs, the result will become positive. So, it is 4. Kaya dalawa yung possible solution ng x dito. So, this is an example of 2 solutions. Now, tatandaan ninyo, kapag extracting the square root, dapat possible yung form, kailangan tandaan nyo to. X squared is equal to k, where k is the constant. Okay, any number. So, dapat, ganito siya. X squared, ganito yung form ng quadratic equation. In order for you to extract the square root. Now, for example, katulad ng example ko kanina, ang k dito is yung 4. Okay? Take note, yung k mo must be always positive. So, that means k must be greater than 0. Any number greater than 0 are all positive number. So, dapat greater than, it is positive. Para naman, you have 2 solutions in this case. But, if your k is equal to 0, pwede din naman that k is equal to 0. Pero if k is equal to 0, therefore, your x is 0. Diba? So, kahit i-extract mo yung square root na yan, 0 rin na makukuha mo. So, this is an example of one solution. Isa lang yung solution nito. If your k is equal to 0. Ngayon, paano naman natin masasabing no solution at all? Merong may question? Merong may question? Ay, wala kayong nakikita? Wala ba kayong nakikita? Hello?
Black lang, ma'am.
Kasi hindi pa ako nagsusulat, kaya black pa. Ito yung kaninang inano ko. Okay. Magbibigay kasi ako ng bagong solution. Ay, bagong example. So, what if we have here, gawin natin yung k as negative. Sabi ko nga, dapat lahat positive. Kung ang k mo is a negative number, like for example, we have x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. So, obviously, dapat ito, ilalagay mo dito. Ay, okay, let's have plus 9. So, since dapat in the form of x squared is equal to k, yung k dapat nandito sa kabilang side. So, kung ililipat natin yung 9 dyan, we have x squared is equal to negative 9. Ngayon, kapag ka-extract mo yung square root on both sides, we are extracting the square. Kung mag-extract ka kasi ng square root sa isang side, dapat extract mo din ang square root sa kabilang side so it won't hurt the value. No? Parang katulad din yan ng multiplicative property of equality. Kung ano yung minultiply mo dito, yun din ang i-multiply mo dito para parehas pa rin sila, equal pa rin. Kung ano yung dinivide mo dito, yun din ang di-divide mo dito. Kung ano yung plus mo dito, yun din ang pa-plus mo dito para equal pa rin. Ganon din sa pag-extract ng square root. Pag nag-extract ka ng square root dito sa isang side na equation, dapat mag-extract ka din sa isang side na equation. Now, square root of x squared, syempre sabi ko nga, the square root of any square number is equal to the number itself, so that is x. Is equal to square root of negative 9. Now, that is positive and negative dahil square root eh. Square root is always a positive and negative value. Now, mag-isip ka ng number na kapag minultiply mo sa sarili, will give you negative 9. Meron kang naisip?
3 po, ma'am.
Wala
3?
po.
Wala po.
Wala po, ma'am.
Wala. You know why? Kasi negative 2 eh. So that means ang isang factor niya, kung i-multiply mo siya sa sarili, yung isang factor niya must be negative and one is positive. So that means wala kang inulit, no? Pero ang gagawin natin dito, we're going to factor this one. Pwede siyang gawing positive and negative square root of negative 1 times positive 9. Okay? So, kapag ganyan na siya, pwede mong paghiwalayan. Okay, positive and negative square root of negative 1 times the square root of 9. So, therefore, pwede mo nang kunin yung square root ng 9. Positive naman to eh. So, it would be equal to positive and negative 3. And how about this one? Yung square root of negative 1. Sa math, we call this as your I or the imaginary number. Excuse me. Bakit sinabing imaginary? Because it cannot be seen in a number line. No? I-imaginein mo lang, pero it cannot be seen in a number line. It doesn't exist in the number line. So, I therefore is equal to the square root of negative 1. So, substitute natin to that I is equal to the square root of negative 1. So, gagawin natin I to. So, yung x therefore is equal to plus and minus 3 times I. Ngayon, kapag meron kang nakitang ganyan, that means this has no solution. Okay, so this is an example of no solution. So, bakit nagkakaroon ng no solution? If your k becomes negative. Okay? So, pag ito, negative. So, kaya, it is very important that k is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? So, yan tatandaan ninyo. Okay? Okay. Paano kung, for example, ganito? Let's see. maggawa tayo ng example na kailangan yung mag-extract ng square root. Dito sa example sa compendium. Okay. Ito, madali na lang eh. I-transfer mo yung 16 dito, x squared minus 16, pag transfer mo, magiging positive siya. So, x squared therefore is equal to 16. And then, extracting both, so the answer would be positive and negative 4. Madali lang, di ba? So, dito naman, paano kung meron kang ganito, hindi naman perfect square yung negative 5? Di ganyan lang yung answer niya. No? X is equal to, okay, tignan mo dito. Okay, x squared minus 5. So, we have x squared minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so, syempre, lilipat natin to dito, no? Kasi dapat in the form of x squared is equal to k. So, yung k or yung number dapat nasa kabila. So, we have x squared is equal to 5. Now, we're going to extract the square root. Extract the square root. X therefore is equal to positive and negative square root of 5. Hindi mo na kailangan kunin pa yung square root ng 5. Ganyan na lang, pwede na yan. Okay? So, yan yung solution. Isang positive square root of 5 at isang negative square root of 5. Now, if you want to check if your answer is correct, just substitute it here in the original one. So, instead na x ang ilagay natin, lagay natin yung square root of 5. So, let's start with positive square root of 5. So, we have square root of 5 squared. Okay? Minus 5. Is it equal to 0? So, as you can see, yung square root of 5, square means square root of 5 times square root of 5. And then here, minus 5. Is it equal to 0? Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is square root of 25, and the square root of 25 is 5. Okay? And then minus 5, it is equal to 0. So, yung solution mo that x is equal to positive square root of 5 is correct. Paano kung negative? Ganon din naman. Kung negative to, syempre magiging positive na rin siya. No? Kasi even number yung exponent dito. Multiply mo yung negative square root of 5 by negative square root of 5, magiging positive siya. No? So, magiging positive 5. So, yan yung possible solution. Now, what if you have this kind of, ayan yung pinakita kanina, no? Positive to, magiging negative. So, there is no solution. Okay. So, bigyan ko kayo ng example, What if you have x minus 4? X minus 4. And then, square mo siya is equal to 9. Okay, can we use the extracting the square root here? Can we use the extracting the square root here?
Yes po.
Yes, okay. Kasi naka-square naman to dito. Pwede mo siyang i-extract, no? Hindi porke hindi x ang nakalagay dito, hindi na pwede. This can symbolize, pwede mong sabihin let x be x minus 4. Yung x minus 4, yun yung pinaka-x mo. Kaya andun pa rin tayo in the form of x squared is equal to k. No? So, yung x mo dito, ang pinaka-x mo is x minus 4. So, we can have now, extract the square root. So, once again, the square root of any square number, since naka-parenthesis yung naka-square, eto na mismo yung sagot, x minus 4. Okay? The square root of x minus 4 squared is equal to x minus 4. And then equal to, syempre, you have positive, negative, 3. So, ano yung solution ng x dito? X is equal to positive, negative 3. So, since minus 4 siya dito, magiging plus 4. So, there are two possible solutions. 1 is when this is plus 3. So we have here 3, positive 3 plus 4. So the first solution of x is 7. But if yung 3 mo is negative, so negative 3 plus 4. So therefore, the second solution for x is 1. So kung sasagutin mo, what are the solutions of x of this kind of quadratic equation? We have x is equal to 7 and 1. Now, if you want to make sure, I want you to have the habit of checking it if your solution is correct. All you have to do is substitute this or this and this, okay? Ito munang 7. Substitute mo dito sa original equation na x minus 4 squared is equal to 9. Okay? So, yan yung ano dito, x minus 4 squared is equal to 9. Yan yung original equation. Substitute natin ngayon yung solution mo. Unahin natin yung 7. Gawin natin 7 to. So, 7 minus 4 squared. Is it equal to 9? So, what is 7 minus 4? That's 3. And then, square mo yung 3, it is equal to 9. Okay? So, 9 is equal to 9. Paano naman kung 1 siya? Okay? So, yung x naman, gawin nating 1. So, gawin nating 1 yung x. Okay? So, we have 1. And, ito yung x. So, yung x gagawin nating 1. And 1 minus 4 is negative 3. And then, square mo siya. So, negative 3 times negative 3, it is equal to 9. So, your solution that x is equal to 1 and 7 are correct. Okay po? Malinaw na? Malinaw na? Okay, can you please tell me the solution for this one? Okay, and then, sabihin nyo lang, ano yung solution ng x mo dito. So, dalawa siya, no? Dalawa yung magiging solution dito. Okay, so, please always remember that it must be in the form of x squared is equal to k. Okay, would you like to try? And then, forward nyo sa akin yung sagot nyo. Okay. Si Alaysa, sabi niya naka-quarantine daw siya, so hindi siya makakapasok. Wala daw mapaglo-loadan. Wala silang internet sa bahay. Well, actually, ako naka-quarantine din. Pang ilang weeks na nagtuturo ako na... Okay, si John Patrick may sagot na. Very good, John Patrick. You had the right answer. Very good. Sino pa? Aside from John Patrick? Meron pang gusto mag-try? Okay, so explain natin, John Patrick, no? Sabi nga dito, 3x squared minus 48 is equal to 0. So, ang una mong gagawin, lipat mo muna to dito kasi dapat in the form of x squared is equal to k. No? So, dapat may k sa kabila. So, we have 3x squared is equal to positive 48. Now, kung mapapansin nyo, may kasama yung x squared. Kailangan, walang kasama yung x squared. So, para mawala ng kasama yung x squared, i-divide mo both sides kung sino yung katabi niya. So, divide both sides by 3 because 3 over 3 is equal to 1. That's why x squared na lang to. And 48 divided by 3 is 16. Okay? So we're going to extract the square root. X therefore is equal to positive and negative 4. Linaw na? Okay na sa inyo? Okay? So, kung wala na, I want you to answer this one. Kung wala na kayong question, I want you to answer this one. And then, picturean nyo. Answers only. Kunyari sa number 1, ano yung sagot mo? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? It's something like that. Hanapin nyo dito yung sagot, no? You're going to extract the square root and then hanapin mo dito yung sagot. Okay? And then, picturean nyo, send nyo sa akin. Merong sagot siya, nahuli yung sagot nila ni Aliyah. So, tama yung sagot mo, Aliyah. Now, ito na yung pinapasagutan ko sa inyo ngayon. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to answer this one. Pagka-send nyo sa akin, sasabihin ko kagad yung score sa inyo, no? So, pag sinabi ko yung score, ilagay nyo na kagad dun sa papel na sinulat nyo. And then, i-compile nyo yan. Sasubmit nyo sa akin at the end of the quarter. Pero, yung sagot nyo, automatically, i-grade ko na dito. But, before that pala, I want you to open your camera. I just want to make sure na kayo ang gumagawa ng assignment nyo. So, I have to see if you are doing your work. Okay, thank you very much, Princess. Brian, Pisanta, Sarina. Okay, very good. Yung iba, please, can you please open the camera? So, I would know kung kayo nga ang sumasagot. Baka mamaya pinapasagutan mo na sa iba. And at the same time, I want to check kung tama ba yung position nyo. Hanggat maaari, nakaupo kayo sa isang upuan na meron kayong table. Hindi yung kung saan-saan lang kayo nakapwesto. And dapat yung surroundings ninyo is tahimik so that you can focus on your studies. Can you please open while you're answering the activity. While you're answering the activity, I want you to open your camera. Everyone. Yung iba hindi nag-open ng camera. Conscious ba kayo na baka hindi nyo masagutan? Take note ko yung hindi nag-open ng camera. Kasi that means yung naka-open ng camera talaga ginagawa nila. Nakikita ko. They're really doing their work. Ulitin ko minamarkahan ko yung hindi nag-open ng camera. And by the way nga pala, next time, sabi nga nila dapat naka-white t-shirt kayo tuwing may online class. Pero kung hindi kayo naka-white t-shirt, okay lang. Next week, gawin nyo yung dapat naka-white t-shirt. Okay. Apat na lang yung naka-open yung camera. Tapos na yung iba? Sabi ko nga, hanggat ginagawa nyo, open nyo yung camera. Justine Lagrada. Anong emergency yung sinasabi mo? Justine? Wala na si Justine. Okay, meron nang nag-pass ng sagot. Okay. Aliyah Ramos, perfect yung score mo. Aliyah? Asan si Aliyah? Aliyah, paki-open yung camera mo. Aliyah. Ba't tayo may open camera mo?
Wait lang po.
Paki-open. So, pakilagay yung score mo, ha? Okay? Si Aliyah pa lang ang nakakasagot. Okay, may sagot na rin si Sharina. May sagot na rin si Patrick. So, pakilagay sa paper ninyo, ha? Yung inano kong score ninyo. How about the others? We're still waiting for the others. Dalawa na lang daw si Charles. Okay. And by the way, after this exercise, we're going to have a break. Mamaya mo nyo malalaman yung sagot ha. Okay, how about the others? Ang nagpapas pa lang, Abraham, Arguesa, Bautista, Cargo, Del Rosario, Flores Emmanuel, Gamalog, Garcia Raven, Ildefonso, Lagman, Lagrada, Laksamana, Irish, Hibit, Madilleos, Mamorbor, Oliva, yan, mga nagbigay na, Rabago, Ramos, Regaro, and Rosario, and then Valdez. Absent ba yung iba? Yebes. 4 minutes pa, break time yun na. I-explain ko pa sa inyo yung sagot para malaman ninyo kung saan kayo nagkamali. So, meron na rin yung kay Alcantara. Who else? Wala. How about you, Bea? Bea Orpilla, and Ronquillo. Wala pala si Ronquillo, no? Si Yepes. So, ang wala pa, si Yepes and Orpilla. Yepes and Orpilla. Sa lalaki, Moon Cedric. Cedric na lang ang wala pa sa lalaki. Okay, andito na yung kay Yepes. Ay, naskora na pala kita. Sorry. Okay, so meron na pala siyang score. Si Stephanie may score na pala. Si Orpilla na lang sa babae. Okay, yan na. So, take note sa mga magiging mali nyo ha. Explain ko sa inyo mamaya. Okay? Yung isa na lang, si Moon Cedric. Andiyan pa ba si Moon Cedric o baka tulog na? Cedric? Cedric. Okay, it's already 2 o'clock. Time's up. Explain ko sa inyo. Hawakan niyo ulit yung mga papel ninyo para malaman ninyo kung saan kayo nagkamali. Okay? So, dito sa number 1, if you're going to get the square root of 16, obviously it is 4. So, look for 4. Positive and negative 4. So, that's D. So, almost everyone got this correct. And then, ito, kung ililipat natin yung negative 25 dito, kasi sabi ko nga, dapat nasa form na x squared is equal to k. Palaging yung number nandito sa kabilang side at matitira lang dito x squared. So, magiging x squared is equal to 25 to. No? So, that's why we have to look for the square root of 25. So, ano ba yung square root ng 25? A perfect square naman ng 25. So, obviously, it is 5. Where is the 5 here? So, this one, I. No? Positive and negative 5. So, we have I. Now, for number 3, syempre, yung 100, mapupunta sa kamila. So, x squared is equal to 100. And then, what is the square root of 100? Natural, it is positive and negative 10. So, you have to look for 10. So, that is k. Almost all got this. And about this one, syempre, ano yung square root ng 144? It is positive and negative 12. So, that's A. So, almost lahat din nakakuha nito. And then ito, since dapat x lang x squared lang matitira dito, 'di ba? Sabi ko, we have to divide para matanggal yung katabi ng x. We have to divide it by 2 kasi 2 yung numerical coefficient ng x squared dito. Because 2 over 2 is equal to 1. So, cancel na yan. X squared, therefore, is equal to 50 divided by 2 is 25. Okay? So, parang ito rin lang yan. So, the square root of 25 is 5. So, magiging I ulit. No? And then, dito, 4x squared is equal to 225. Sabi ko nga, dapat x squared lang. So, yung 4x squared mo is equal to 225, dapat mag-divide ka both sides kung ano yung kasama ng x squared. So, yung kasama ng x squared is 4, so you have to divide both sides by 4. Okay, so cancel out yung 4 dahil 4 over 4 is equal to 1. So, x squared therefore is equal to the square root of 225 divided by 4. Okay, so para mo na rin sinabing the square root of 225 over the square root of 4. What is the square root of 225? This is 15. Okay, and 4, syempre 2. So, this is 5 over 2. So, obviously, ang sagot dito is B. So, that is the B. Okay, how about this one? I-divide mo both sides by 3. So, magiging 49 yun dito. X squared, therefore, is equal to 49. So, what is the square root of 49? It is positive and negative 7. So, that must be C. Okay, so sa number 8, 49 pa rin. Kasi kung ililipat mo yung 49 dito, magiging positive 49. So, the square root of 49 is 7. So, C pa rin siya. Now, about this one, you have to divide both sides by 2. By 2. Para magiging 36 to. So, what is the square root of 36? It's obviously 6. So, we have F. And then, lastly, x squared minus 64. Kung ililipat mo yung 64 dito, so what's the square root of 64? It's positive and negative 8. So, that is G. Nakita na ninyo kung saan ang mistakes nyo? Okay, so, the time now is 2:05. I'm going to give you 15 minutes break para naman ma-relax yung mga utak nyo. So, you can be back at 2:20. Okay po?
Yeah.
Walang sumasagot.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so relax muna, relax muna ha. Break time muna hanggang 2:20.